샛별 샛별 샛별. Hey, guys! We're gonna wait until 5:30 just to make sure that anyone else that wants to join in will be here. Because I am a punctual otter maid, thank you. Or at least I try to be. Don't always get it. Alrighty, it is officially 5:30, so welcome, my buttons. Glad you could make it. I'm gonna turn that sucker down. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright, so last time on Black Book, we had just finished dealing with I think his name is Proshka, who is the little cat demon thing that was inhabiting a little girl, and I think we were fighting some kind of like overpowered farm demon, and I lost terribly and horribly. So I guess we'll see if I can do it any better this time. Ooh, pardon me. If I can get my game to come up. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Uh-oh. It may have... Okay. Phew. All right. We're good. I was like... I still love, like, the texture on this screen is incredible. Like, I mean, look at this detail. I can highly appreciate all the love that went into just this one screen. Alright, I did manage to save, like, right before the battle.
You soon arrive at your destination. The field looks empty in the twilight of the dawn. Cold wind seems to penetrate you to the bone. When you step onto the plowed field, you sense a familiar shiver. This field harbors evil spirits. You find a poorly hidden bundle of old wheat ears. It's a Khaldun's zalom. The stems are tied in a knot and dusted with ashes and salt. Fresh grave soil, eggshells, and steamed grains are laid around it. You draw a circle. You feel that demons are not far off.
Wind, O wind of the seven brothers, the oldest one, do not blow from the rotten corner. Do not bring rain from the west. But blow us warmth, render good service to our people, bring forth pleasant rain. Joy to plowmen, glory to you, fierce one.
You finish reciting the Zagaver, and for a moment, silence falls. Suddenly, a creaky voice from behind startles you.
You sure are a strange creatures. Thirsty cursed. Then you blessed right after.
By you, do you mean us Khalduns?
Ha! Humans. always on the border between worlds. And that is why you always lose. But who am I to complain? My name is Andrejko. And you, I've heard about you. You're the new witch, Vasilisa.
So is it you who spoils the field, sending dry winds?
Spoil? You use the wrong word. I am helping the peasants, and I am a master at this. I mean, surely you understand that this is for their own good, don't you?
What possible good can broken rye do?
Oh, you disappoint me. All right, here's the thing. The peasants will have a bad harvest this year. That is so, but it will make them search for new, better ways to grow wheat. So when the real famine comes, people will be ready. Their newly gained skills will help them overcome the true hardships. As you can see, I am a visionary. Well, now, shall we go our separate ways?
This is a difficult decision. So last time, I was not able to help because I was like woefully unprepared.
Don't be a glib with me. Tell me. It's not by chance that I came across this Zalom.
You don't say. Perhaps you know who's to blame.
The Zalom caused this chord to appear. Who left these weeders? Who summoned this chord? You were sent here by another Khaldun, weren't you?
Ha! Right. You know, I'm starting to like you. I could even tell you who the Khaldun is who sent me. If you weren't so careful, the Zalom had already been enchanted when I arrived. Want to make a deal? Let me finish what I started. I'll send some dry winds, and after that, I'll be a servant. The famine will cause death in heaps.
The last time I completely refused to do this. But I'm wondering if it might be better to agree at this point. If only because once he's done with this, he'll be under my control, and I can then do whatever the heck I want, including, completely useless stuff. Which means he won't be doing this again anytime soon. The only thing is that I wonder. Because last time I tried to fight him and he whipped my Batootie pretty bad. I don't know if I'm strong enough to beat him if I refuse. I'm gonna agree this time and see what happens.
Have it your way. Come to my pistieri when you're done with the field.
Responsible for the 1840 famine in the Orlov gubernia, he is looking forward to a new age. Gain 3+ poison at the start of a battle. I've also gained more bad hoodoo.
So, the name of the girl will be
Matriona.
a fitting name.
Yes, last time we actually got a name for the changeling.
You did the right thing sorting out that demon. Won't spoil any good crops anymore.
Uh-huh, yeah.
The only thing left to do is visit the spinner. Vasilisa and I are going to see the spinner. There's nothing for you to do there, Kolya. Understand?
Sure did.
And one more thing. Don't say anything about the Banya or the bride. The spinner can't stand demons, though she looks like one herself. Got it?
Who is the spinner?
A woman of sorts. Her name is Kapitalina Ivanna, but everyone calls her the spinner behind her back. She's quite knowledgeable. You don't want to mess with her. That's why I am coming with you. Don't go running your mouth. Speak nothing of the book. Got it?
What should I say to get the belt?
Good question, Vasilisa. Keep your ears open when you speak to her. Remember, do not mention demons. She does not like them. And you might as well disregard the fact that we needed the belt for a changeling girl. Now, if you show you are of knowledge, that would be good indeed. If she doesn't like you, or should you let anything slip, the cost will be more than we can handle. Got it?
No pressure,
Understood,
mate.
Grandpa. It's time we were on our way.
Yes, it's better go to her at night. I've arranged a cart for us.
Do you have any Kupala salve left?
If I only knew. We could fly, but feet will do. And another thing. There's this rich fellow, Petrov is his name. He asked me to check on his field. Says demons are ruining his crops. It's not far from Pintek. It so happens.
Well, Vasha, now I can say I've seen things. Cannon fire. A redoute, that's one thing. The devil himself, that's a whole different level.
I agree with you, sir.
Still, I think that war is scarier. Much scarier than any chort. I still can't forget it.
You've seen too few chorts, Kolya.
Perhaps that's true, but that's beside the point. I'm not going to put up with it.
I apologize if you guys can hear the dogs. I think Mom might be home. They always get so excited.
I know how to get over this. I have an idea.
What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking of stepping right into the fire, if only something turned up.
You could die, you know.
No. I'm not talking about something like a campfire. And I'm not planning on dying either. It's not the devil I have to overcome. Man's greatest enemy is himself. That's what I think.
What happened down there, in the war?
Bah, Vasya, you wouldn't be interested. This war was thought up by the devil and none other. Not by the Holy Spirit, that's for sure. I don't even want to remember. The thoughts alone make my hair white.
Is that why you started smoking?
Well, look at you. They don't call you knowers without reason. Well, yes. I'll start with something small, I think. To tell you the truth, I'm terrified even when I strike sparks with flint.
Interesting. Right, I now have Andrico. Done. And he's done. I now have 17 cents. Great. Let's see. Weather. Send torrential rains. Now I can see what they're best at doing. That's... Okay, I think he would be good for that one. There's a sickness on the birds. Let's do with animals though. Fire. Okay, go there. Got a lot to do with animals. I guess I'll have to send the one who deals strife over there. Animals, weather, animals, animals. Send him to deal with that. What have you done, you rascal? Each Kolyun has his charts. For a long time we suspected that our Uncle Kolyun to be a knower, but we hadn't seen his charts. One time I climbed up into the attic, searched everywhere, and found a jewelry box. It had lots of glass shards that looked just like candies. Green ones, yellow ones, blue ones, red ones. I started to look them over, seeing how they sparkled. Suddenly there was the sound of someone on the stairs. Uncle Kolyun had returned from mowing. What have you done, you little rascal? He screamed. The charts won't let me rest now. They'll torture me to death. And that's precisely what happened. Our uncle fell ill and died a year later. One shouldn't disturb charts. Oh, we got some good ones here. Let's see. Double belief. Even after the adoption of Russian Christianity, some aspects of paganism remained. To a certain extent, there was an exchange of supreme pagan deities for Christian ones, with the inferior ones becoming evil spirits. This concept is best characterized by the notion of double belief, an everyday mingling of one's religious beliefs and a worldview that includes elements of two religions. I think was it Santeria that does the same thing. I don't know if I'm saying the right word. Double belief is sort of a double think, incertitude, or tenuous indecisiveness about both religions. People believe in both Christian dogmas and esoteric teachings. Russians observe the holidays of Maslenitsa and Ivan Kupala, both of which have pagan origins. I've probably mispronounced those heavily. Minologies. Minologies, or Svatsi, are calendars of the Orthodox Church. Church liturgical books that denote the days of remembrance for saints and the annual cycle of church holidays. They were included in many liturgical books and indicate the features of worship services for any given day. Among peasants, svatsi were once often used to decide the name of a child. A child would receive one of the names of the saints who were being venerated that day by the Orthodox Church. Interesting. Zagovars. Zagovars are special ritual texts. Reading them might produce specific magical effects. They were used to cure illness, protect from evil spirits, and harm ill wishers. For instance, Kolyuns chant a zagovar when creating zolom, wheat ears tied in a special way. Zagovars are characterized by their almost poetic language and structure. They consist of a commencement, the beginning of the zagovar, an order, a wish posed in the text, and a key, specific words anchoring the actions of the ritual. We're learning all sorts of cool stuff today, aren't we? Jewelry box. Let's see, I currently have the deck of cards. I could have sworn I switched this out. Okay. Yeah, Devil's Finger. Red thread. Herbs and healing Zogavars restore +3. I'll keep that as it is for now, I think. Cool. Alrighty, let's see. There's the book merchant. visitors, it looks like. No visitors.
Well, what do you want?
Hi, Proshka.
Can't you see? I'm all cozy here on this sleeping bench.
Hello, Snake. Thank you. I'm glad that you still dropped by. I'm always happy to see any of you guys drop by, even for a little bit.
I'm sleepy. Ask what you wanted. I need to sleep. Got tired.
I'll talk to you later, Proshka.
Let's go. We'll talk later.
Kitty. I'll see what the book merchant has. No guarantees that I'll need whatever he has, but it's always good to
You
take a
have
look.
goosebumps, a sign of a devilish presence. You look around. Your only companion is humming among the silence. Suddenly, a dark figure steps out from the shade. It is a scribe, a Zagavr dealer.
Seek me out, girl, and I will grant you knowledge. I can help you gain a better grasp of your book and all the wisdom contained within.
What you got? Attack by 2 after each use of pages of the same name. Well, since that would be the only one that I would have, it's not much use right now. Once and forever. Page remains active for 1 turn and affects other pages. Buys by 1 for every other page of the same color. I do like the fact that grants me extra. Like, that's a lot of defense. This one will heal me by 1 if I use it. But I do already have that card. Technically I have this one too, but just I'll buy them all. They're all mine. Thank you, Sir Merchant. I appreciate it. Alright. Let us go. Squadla, we are off.
You catch a whiff of the disgustingly sweet smell of rot. Cold fear enters your soul when you guess what might be the source of the smell. A human body lies nestled in the grass. It is already unrecognizable from decay. You see an old wooden cross upon its breast. You dig a small grave and push the dead man inside. You read a prayer and continue your journey.
Yeah. Salmon Marshes. Skoy Ravine. Sure.
All of a sudden, the tops of the trees rattle and clang. Alarmed, birds fly away, screaming in fear. You see a whirlwind filled with loose branches and dust from the road, headed your way. Your mentor removes a knife from his shirt and throws it at the whirlwind. It dissolves into a throng of enraged demons.
Nice. That could be worse, I suppose. Igor can curse. episode. Heck yeah. Let's go to the marshes and see what's going on there.
You see a small demon sitting on a hillock. In his hand, he is holding a snake by its tail, swinging it from side to side. A swishing sound of the snake's body and its angry hissing fill the swamp area.
I kind of want to play cards.
The
Let's
stakes
challenge him
are
to card.
high in this demonic game. Your soul versus the girl's freedom.
Oh, great. Well, let me save real quick. Save. Yes. Alright. That way, if I lose, it won't be a complete game over for me. Tis my turn. Whoa. Burn me. I have nothing? Fine. Ha! Ah, I don't have anything for those. Dang. But it does mean that I can fight fire with fire. I was like, I'll just give those back. Man, I am so close. Yes! I win! I still win. Heck yeah! Another prayer. So I guess that means that I saved whoever he was holding as a snake. That's good. Ty would be so proud of me. That's like my
Despite
4th
the
game
late
that I've
hour,
won. Oh no,
sounds
that's
of
the 3rd game I've
celebration
won.
are coming from the village. It turns out that a festive dinner has dragged on and turned into a non-stop festival. You notice the worried host, who looks like he can't wait to say goodbye to his guests.
Offer
You
help?
offer to disperse the festival for the host. His distrust of you vanishes when, after a couple of your zagavers, furious winds send the suddenly worried guests scurrying home. The host rewards you with some of the dishes from a banquet table.
Sweet. Glad we could help him out. The idol. Talk is somewhere in the woods stands an old pagan Permian idol. Idol. La la la.
Bathing in the moonlight, a moss-covered idol is hidden among the tall trees. You walk closer and see a fresh towel wrapped around it. The forest around you is silent.
We got something. Cherdin mythology. The Urals offer a peculiar blend of religions. The veiled paganism of Russian Christianity is overlaid by the paganism of native peoples who are not always Christianized. For instance, some of the Maria and Udmurt people did not adopt Christianity, but kept to their ancestors' traditions. Komi people adopted the new religion but mixed in their former beliefs. Even more complex was the confluence of Nikon's reforms with the traditions of the old believers, who fled to the Ural and Siberia during the Raskol or Schism. It is simply impossible to discuss the religious situation in the Urals without the singular notion of double belief. That doesn't really explain exactly what we saw there, but it's better than nothing, I suppose. Words. Pages deal an extra piece of damage. Its trick. Allowing to change one card with a trump. Interesting. Increases the number of keys in your Zagover. Knowledge. Number of active slots for items is increased by 1. Shop prices are reduced by 10%. Sleight of hand increases the number of items that can be used per turn by 1. Hearsay. Visiting peasants bring 10 more rubles in gifts. Kindling. Draw an additional order page each turn. Key page. Page creation cost is reduced by 20%. Orders. George bring 5 more rubles on the job. Can send 1 more George on a meaningless job. The chance of your George completing the job well is reduced by 50%. George reduces. That's kind of what I want, really. I'm gonna have this shop prices down, I think. That'll be helpful. nothing too interesting in there. What's up, Jatnik?
You meet a girl walking in the direction of Panteg. In her hands, she clutches a spindle that is emanating dark power. Old Yegor smirks, another of the spinner's victims.
Can I help her?
You call out to the peasant girl and convince her to get rid of the cursed spindle. Surprised, the girl follows your advice.
Okay, good. Good. The Village of Woods.
You freeze with horror. A dead girl is dangling from a spruce tree's gnarled branch. You can't move. This strange fruit sways back and forth with a creak in the cold wind. She died recently.
New encyclopedia entry. What do we got? Vexitsas, I think. Word for witch, Vedma, takes its root from the word Vedat, to know, to have some degree of knowledge. A Vedma is traditionally a woman versed in knowing and performing magic. They were often called Veshitsa, from Veshka or squirrel. It is a phonetic distortion of the word Vesh. I'm not Russian in any way, shape, or form, so I'm probably mispronouncing a lot of these. I have to be able to hear how they pronounce it before I can pronounce it myself. So I'm kind of working off what I remember and just kind of winging it. Word Veshitsa. I'm not going to try that one yet. One who knows. According to Cherdin mythological texts, such a woman could turn into a squirrel, allowing her to enter a house through the chimney and steal an unborn child from an expectant mother. I think you would be able to tell, like that. That would be that would be quite the wake up call. That's not how it works. Oh man. I don't think they understood what that would. Wow. Anyone with anyone with any modicum of health knowledge would be like, what? Especially if you're a girl. Like, excuse you? According to the same text, witches often gathered atop a mountain to celebrate by roasting children over a fire. Great. Lovely. How festive. Witches performed black magic, cast the evil eye upon people and livestock, stole milk from cows' udders, and shared knowledge of love spells and love potions. Love magic is akin to black magic. They could be the wives of Kolduns and draw magic from their husbands. In Cherdin Uyezd, they were believed to appear as regular women and were seldom depicted as the ugly hags that featured prominently in Europe. As knowers, they were able to communicate with charts. I don't know what would happen if I tried to summon the spirit of the person.
You summon the strength to go to Pantek and tell them about the dead body. You see the despair in the eyes of the peasants. It seems the girl was well loved in the village.
At least I'm negating some of the bad juju those my jorts have been bringing back to me. Hut, village, and get Wolfstones. To the village first, I think.
You feel at ease as you walk down the welcoming street of this village. A calm silence surrounds you. You almost pass through the village, but the silence is broken by loud laughter and the sounds of an accordion.
Vasilisa, is that you? Come on, join us.
I don't have the time.
Come on, your work is such a bore. 5 minutes here won't kill you.
All right, I have a little bit of time.
You sit by a house and dissolve in a deep song.
Ooh. Lovely. I don't know about you guys, but that's really soothing. As a singer myself, I really appreciate the sound of this song. It won't let me click out though. I don't know if I'm just stuck here until they finish the track or what.
The closer you are to the House of the Spinner, the more ominous the woods get. The decaying trunks of pines and spruces tower over the path like silent guardians. Your blood runs cold every other moment. You feel that the border between worlds is very thin in this part of the forest.
Darn.
There are bright strings of some kind on the path.
Talk to you.
So, how do you like this Isba? Ours is quite a bit cozier, isn't it? Go speak to that skull. He's a doorman of sorts here. That's the spinner for you, always thinking up something crazy.
What do you mean, speak to the skull?
I mean that it used to be a Khaldun. The regular folks aren't likely to chat with it. We, knowers, are used to this sort of thing. It's something new the spinner thought up. Skulls such as these used to hang on the trees around here like effigies of sorts. This one is used as a kind of test. It would be best if you passed the test. This woman knows me, you see, but she's not familiar with you.
What's with the yarn on the paths?
You see it, do you? Ordinary folk don't. The yarn binds some poor Christians to the spinner. It's a strong and dark sorcery. You had better go and speak to the doorman.
What else should I know about the spinner?
Hush, child. These skulls report every little detail to that witch. Keep your lips sealed.
There are many different skulls and charms.
Aha! I can. Eater's Cross removes poison and waste.
You approach the skull hanging by the door. Suddenly, the bony head starts shaking. A burning coal that serves as an eye socket stops you in your tracks.
Oh, joy! And Noah, Howie! Finally, some fun! My eye isn't what it used to be. Who's that old-timer over there? I think I know him.
Will you let me pass to see the spinner?
With pleasure, but I'm ordered to test Noah. If it were up to me, I wouldn't be hanging around here in the first place. Anyway, we'll do it just like in the fairy tales. I'll give you 3 riddles. Solve any one of them, and I'll let you through.
Only one of them?
Solve none, or refuse to answer, I'll take one of your eyes. I'm short one, you see.
I'd say that's the least of your problems.
Well, are you up to it?
I'm gonna save just to be safe. And then we had a new Bashiliska. Which? Short stories. Okay. Interesting. Encyclopedia and song. Don't you shake Owens. Alright, what did I... Okay. Didn't actually have anything new to tell me.
Wait, answer my questions first.
I have no answers for you. I only ask questions. Well, are you up to it?
Have it your way. Ask your riddles.
Listen to the first one, girl.
Okay, let's do this.
There is a hamlet folks packed together tight. Come morning the cock sings, yet no man stands upright.
There's a hamlet, folks packed in tight. Come morning the cock crows, yet no man stands upright.
Say a cemetery?
A cemetery. Proper dead men do not rise from the graves.
Correct. You solved the riddle.
Heck yeah!
Only that man don't rise in the morning. Believe me, I know. You may pass, or you may try to guess another.
Let's
Continue.
riddle some more.
Listen to this second riddle. Lame chicks sing along, dry wood they haul. Wound up in a ditch, can't move an inch.
Lame chicks sing along, dry wood they haul. Wound up in a ditch, can't move an inch.
You have anything on? It's added to? It's red. I don't know what wing cheeks are. Funeral?
The priests are singing for the dead. It's a funeral procession.
Okay.
Correct. I remember those songs. You'll hear them too soon enough. You may pass, or you may try to guess another.
Alright, let's go 3 for 3.
Let's riddle some more.
Steal a quine, tale of twine.
Steal a quine, tale of twine. Well, that's easy. I'm here to see the spinner after all. It's a needle and a thread.
Correct. You guessed it. Look at you. You should know your riddles. That makes you a powerful witch. Well, you may pass. We can riddle some more. No eyes involved, just like that, for curiosity's sake.
I think I'm good for now, though.
All right then. I'm off to see the spinner.
I guessed all 3. I think we're good. Ooh, that is creepy, isn't it?
Evening, Kapitalina Ivanovna.
Evening to you too, Yegor Yevlampevich.
The voice of the spinner is quiet and smooth, like the rustling of pages in the Black Book.
Brought you my little orphan. Became a knower recently, this one.
You sure did. But what are you thinking, poking around in my business? You took my spindle. It was doing my bidding, you know. I let it slide on account of you not knowing and all.
God bless, Kapitalina Ivanovna.
I see you're a fine girl and a smart one. Yes, I heard your replies to the riddles. To be a knower is not all demonic affairs. So why are you here? Not just to check up on an old woman, I should think.
We saw a dead girl in Villas of Woods.
That was Marfa, I would guess. Didn't have money for a love potion. Was quite desperate, I gather. Well, it serves her right.
We met your doorman. What of that skull?
Some lousy Khaldun. And near it Nick, God rest his soul. Hasn't served his time yet, so he helps me around the house.
He's kind of like in purgatory, I guess.
I wanted to ask you about this yarn you have here and around the house.
This witchery is not yet for you, Vasilisa. In time you'll learn, perhaps. It's not the same as sending fiends for milk, mind you.
I need a woven belt. A powerful one, Kapitalina Ivanovna.
Yes, I know you came for a belt. Only why would I give one to you?
Old Yegor warned me that I should watch my mouth around the spinner. How should I answer her? You're known all across the Uyezd for weaving the best belts, Kapitalina Ivanovna.
So I am. You aren't here without reason. I can indeed make good belts. You've become a knower, so I'll give you an enchanted belt. So what are you going to do with your chorts?
How am I supposed to answer that? I really don't know what to do with them. Well, make them suffer, of course. Give them some back-breaking work.
That's how you should treat them. Torment those filthy creatures.
We already know she doesn't like them, so I don't think she would mind.
Only knowers can do some good. Well, turns out you're a good knower, girl. I'll give you a belt as a gift. Here, it's a good one. Later, I'll put you in touch with a pupil of mine. A fine man. Maybe it'll work out for the two of you.
Thank you for the belt, Kapitalina Ivanovna.
Well, thank you, Kapitalina. See you again sometime.
See you soon. Farewell.
I probably should have looked at the other stuff before going on about
Spinner is no simple witch.
Oh well.
It's not the last time we'll hear of her. Well done, Vasya. She's taking a liking to you. The meeting couldn't have gone better. All right, we've got the belt. Now we must plan our next moves. Well, you've got all the items you need.
Yay!
Now we can try freeing your bride. Since you have the book now, I can't go. I'm not as strong of a Khaldun anymore, to tell the truth. And Abdericha is a powerful spirit. She can charm and skin you alive so fast that you won't know what hit you. So, Vasya, you must prepare yourself properly. Perhaps you have some questions.
What kind of ritual should we perform? I don't remember you teaching me any such things.
I've never saved changelings from the banyas. I think you will need to go down beneath the floor. The bannik will test you there. You have all the right items, but don't forget your wits. Perhaps you have some questions.
What is that, Abdericha?
Who knows where this one came from? These things all emerge in different ways. They say a bannik settles in a banya where 40 children were born.
Dang, that's a lot of kids.
As for this one, the only thing we can say for sure is that she switches out children. Is it an accident or not? Only the Abdericha can answer that. Perhaps you have some questions.
Time to hit the road.
Guess we'll just have to see what's
I still wonder how word gets out in the land of Perm. I traveled to Vilgord. No one fears me like they used to anymore. Must have heard that I transferred the power to you.
So why weren't you killed at the crossroads?
Huh, so the fiends circled around me. Well, I think that's it. We'll meet Timofey soon. Then I see one demon wearing a red hat. So I grabbed it. Then everything froze.
Just yanked it right
Turns
there.
out the hat was changed to him. The demons went round and round, glaring at me with their fiery eyes. And their leader says, "Return the hat, I'll do anything." He could bring back my brother, though. I asked him then, "Where do you come from, you accursed demons?" And what do you know? Prokopy, the holy fool, sent them for me as a sort of a sacrifice. It wasn't the master of the forest who helped him, but demons all along. The children who disappeared in Vilgord were also his doing. He fed them all to his chords, Timofey among them. Devil curse Prokopy's soul. If I ever see him in hell, even there I'll try to curse him. I'll make sure he suffers. I will.
What did you do with the chorts?
Send them to kill Prokopy. In the end, everyone thought he had drank one too many. But it was my chorts. That's not the end of it. But I'm tired. Next time I will tell you about the Black Book.
And I am fully invested in this story.
Why would the Banya bride need these sort of things?
I reckon it's the only way she can get out of the ethereal world. She needs things from the human world. You see, there's no living man without a cross, a belt, and a name. This girl never had any of that.
Task failed. And he couldn't scoop out all the water using the basin full of holes. One of the animal ones. You're the one who needs strife. Catch the dawn in a bottle. Obdaricha origin. The origin of this mythological creature in most people's minds is closely associated with original sin. According to folklore, an Obdaricha manifests in a new banya if someone gives birth in it. As soon as a newborn is washed for the first time in a banya, an Obdaricha springs up. In some regions, it was believed that the number of Obdarichas in a banya corresponded to the number of newborns washed in them. In other regions, people believe that an Obdaricha manifests only after the 40th baby is washed. Obdaricha may dwell under the shelves, benches, or behind the furnace of a banya. She's considered a harmful entity to late washers and is especially dangerous to little children. It was believed that small children under the age of 1, when left alone in a banya, may be switched by the Obdaricha for an aspen log. Interesting. The belt, yes. The belt. Oh, I have 2 visitors.
Listen, Vasa, I have a problem. Before we go searching for the charts, can you help me with this business of mine? There is this old friend of mine. Trofim is his name.
The hunter from Kishkanogov Sloboda?
Bless you.
Right. He disappeared all of a sudden. I don't know what to think after this Abjiricha business. He could have been captured by the Leshi. Vasa, will you come with me to Sloboda to help find him?
Sure.
All right. It's not far after all.
Each of your helpers has a unique task which he will let you carry out if he trusts you enough. Ah! You have just taken on one of those tasks. By taking on your companion's task, you pause the progress of your current task and postpone all visitors until the next day. After completing your companion task, you will resume your current task. Oh,
Right.
alright then.
Just a couple of hours away. Not far from Yenidor.
Wait, I lived in Sloboda when I was younger. I remember I had a stash there. Take it, Vasilisa. You might need it.
Cool. Alright, let's go. Pantina Village. This road passes by Pantina Village. My grandpa took me there when he was making his rounds as a koldun during the haymaking season.
After a long walk on the old road, you see the wooden dome of the chapel, and then Pantina village itself. Tired from journeying, Nikolai walks into the first izba he sees to have a mug of kvass and to catch his breath. You grow weary. Something isn't right about this building. Soon your companion returns, and you continue on your way.
Then? See what the off path has to do.
A dry wind drives small whirlwinds along the road in front of the person who is walking towards you. You calm Nikolai down. This Zagavar peddler is familiar to you.
Be wise and go forth. Knowledge will serve as your daily bread.
How much? I have 30. Not today.
You easily find Yegor's herb stash on the outskirts of the village. In the gallbets of an abandoned izba, you find a pot that is covered in dust. As soon as you pick it up, chorts appear. It seems old Yegor left behind his herbs, along with those guarding them.
Now, normally I would play cards here, but I actually kind of need the experience. So I'm gonna battle. A battle puzzle. In battle puzzles, you get a special set of black book pages with which you need to overcome enemy demons. You can inspect the deck by clicking on the black book at the bottom of the screen. During the battle puzzles, equipped items and skill upgrades are disabled. Number of turns until the battle is over. If you don't destroy the spirit by then, you will lose. Ah, great. It's 2 damage. I failed that one. Start. Let's try this again. That way. Find it odd. I feel like that should have done more damage. I only have 2. I was like, I only have 2. What's the word? I only have 2 turns in which to defeat this thing. No, I don't want to skip the battle. Okay. I get you. I understand. All of the pages in the Zagovar are black. He doesn't receive any damage. I'm strong enough to beat this guy, though. I should have just gone with the whole... I didn't know this was going to be a puzzle thing, though. But it allows me to skip this battle, so huzzah.
Recognizing an heir of the old Khaldun, the shorts flee in horror. You open the clay jar and indeed discover a multitude of useful herbs. Even dry, they haven't lost their magical properties.
Interesting. Well, that was kind of a bust.
A lively, small river pierced the sandy bank here, forming a wall above the noisy water. You see a strange, dark figure sitting by the water. You sense it's not a demon, but not quite a regular human either. When you come closer, you see it's the Holy Fool with her revolting smile.
A witch and a soldier. What a pair. A lord and a lady.
God bless. Is this the way to Sloboda?
It is. What are you leading there for, huh?
Old woman, maybe you've seen a friend of mine. He's a hunter. Trofim is his name.
I heard he's gone missing. Well, such is life. But I haven't seen him, no.
You haven't, you say?
Not since the first snow, no. He's a hunter, wanders around the forest.
And you, old woman, what are you doing here at this late hour?
Can't I have a drink of water at night? I've got no time for you. No time.
The woman abruptly jumps up and with impressive agility disappears into the bushes.
A strange woman. Gives me the creeps. Might she be a witch or a demon?
No, doesn't look like it. But I did sense something odd.
Well, Sloboda is close.
And off we go.
You barely encounter anyone in the sleeping village, but Nikolai sets to work with fervor. You look around. It seems that the store is still open, thanks to its attached pothouse. A somber wall of coniferous forests stands black on the horizon.
Well, I don't really have a whole lot of rubles at the moment, so...
Well, he went missing quite a long time ago. We've been searching for him for a week or two already, right? Must have fell into a bog of some sort. God rest his soul.
Well, well. He might turn up yet.
God willing.
Did he go missing before?
In the middle of the summer? Never. During the hunting season it is to be expected. He went away for a long time. And now? Strange thing. Not even a drinker, that one. People saw him speaking to Lucaria, the Holy Fool, before he disappeared. People asked her, but she knows nothing. A fool, what do you expect? With the amount of misfortunes she had, no wonder she lost her mind.
What happened to her?
She used to be an ordinary gal, but then her husband passed away, and her child followed him. Since then, she has gone mad. Left the village and built a hut in the swamps. Lives off a pittance.
What might she discuss with Trofim?
Devil knows. Ask her herself.
Where can we find her?
She lives in the swamps to the north of here, in a crooked little hut. I myself haven't seen it, but people talk. Though if I were you, I would keep away from those swamps. A dark place. We rarely pass there, only if we want to take a shortcut to Yenidor.
Tell me about your swamps.
They are called Kasyan swamps. I don't know who Kasyan is, but one thing is for sure. The paths through these swamps are winding. One could easily lose their way.
Is it winding or winding?
On our way, we ran into a frightening woman.
That was Lucaria. Who else? Every village has its black sheep. We have Lucaria.
Poor lady.
Kolya, if you remember, the woman told us that she hasn't seen Trofim.
Right. Something's fishy here.
Let's head to her hut and question the mistress.
Wait, you're not a knower, are you? Could you fix our creek? It's a bit to the west. Whisper a bit or something? What a creek it once was. They call it Dog Creek now.
Very well. Thanks for your assistance. We'll offer our help if we're nearby.
God bless.
Alright then. Let's go to Dog Creek.
A river flow has burst out from the overgrown slope and gurgles down the wooden trough to the crooked platform, long since rotted through and obviously forgotten. You sense ancient devil sorcery nearby, and unwittingly tighten your grip on the book. By intuition, you look under the platform. You were right. You meet the gaze of a devil idol, dug from the earth by the flow of the river. Looks like the local peasants are deterred by this ancient sorcery. You hold out your hand and grip the bronze goddess with the tips of your fingers. The moment you start to pull on it, a hairy paw grabs your arm. The ancient artifact is protected by Chuj spirits.
Let's do it. Ah, really? Wasn't quite enough. I almost had it though. I think I got it. Heck yeah. Oh, got it. You know what? I think the reason why I was having a hard time with this one, I don't remember if Nikolai was with me at the time. Because if he was, I should have been able to do something. I should have been able to win that one. Ugh.
Swamp water glitters menacingly with the sharply pointed stars of the night sky. Nikolai walks in front of you as you pass over hillocks and dry ground. He says that during the service, he had to find his way through even nastier swamps. In the dawn mist, you can finally make out the izba you're looking for. Its black windows gaze at you, like the eyes of a dead man. Cockroaches scatter as you open the crooked door. Inside, the izba is even grimier. You smell rot and desolation. You flinch. A shadow ran by the window to the forest.
Gain +2 prayers on battle start. What's that? Yes. Holy Fool ran in this direction. The noises coming from the forest are rather strange. It sounds like bones crunching. Great.
Though you lost the fool in the dark, Nikolai follows her tracks as if you were following her in broad daylight. You step under the thick canopy of the unwelcoming forest and pause. You hear a terrible crunch in front of you that evokes the image of dry bones. You're greeted by a huge chort.
More it increases. That's 20 turns at the beginning of each round. So I'll use backhand while I still can. Don't have anything that would ignore perishable. Amplifies one for every other page in this cover in this other. It restores health instead of dealing damage. I don't really need that right now. Ah, that explains it. Aspen coffin. Nice. I see. Okay. Yep, I understand now. Still not enough. Going to get this, dang it. Yeah. It's not gonna work. It's okay. I kind of need the Golden Fiend, I think. Let's try this. Okay, yeah. You need it in order to take out his blessing. Will it be enough? Ah, yes! Oh, I figured it out. Huzzah!
No, no, wait! Wicked people! Villains! Don't touch my child!
Jesus and his troops. Does she think it's her child?
Get out of the forest! I didn't call you, nor would I ever wish to, you damned Kuldoons!
Is she out of her mind? Or is it something we're not seeing? What sort of demon are we dealing with here?
Field Spirit. So I don't think. She in Slavic is the forest spirit. I think they said the Joda is just a demon. I don't think it's a changeling per se. It's either a Polovoy or a Leshy, I think. That the Leshy is, Leshy?
Could it be she's a friend of the Leshy?
Fail. Hang on. Go back. So it has to be the Polovoy. I have to do this again. I feel bad now.
Though you lost the fool in the dark, Nikolai follows her tracks as if you were following her in broad.
Yes. Well, I've done it once. I can do it again, I suppose. There we go. I think that was what I did. Yeah. Awesome.
No, wait! Wicked people! Villains! Don't touch my child!
Jesus and his troops. Does she think it's her child?
Get out of the forest! I didn't call you, nor would I ever wish to, you damned Kuldoons!
Is she out of her mind? Or is it something we're not seeing? What sort of demon are we dealing with here?
I'm gonna save one more time because I don't want to do that battle again. I'm pretty sure. So it's
Could
gonna
it be a Polivoy? In the forest? No, doesn't look like it. Lord, she nursed her changeling for so long. Soon it outgrow the forest itself.
Well, now that kind of just feels like cheating, but. I have to do this again? Didn't I just save beforehand?
Though you lost the fool in the dark, Nikolai follows her tracks as if you were following her in broad daylight. You step under the thick canopy of the unwelcoming forest and pause. You hear
Fine.
a terrible cry.
Whatever. At least I know what to do. surprised they're considering this a changeling. Call me, but I don't recognize the number.
No, wait, don't!
Jesus and...
Get out of the forest!
Is she out of her mind? Changeling. Lord, she nursed her changeling for so long. Soon it outgrow the forest itself. It's clear now. No one grows that much eating regular food.
You're a changeling, you damned witch!
Where is Trefim, you hysterical woman?
Kola, look around. She's been feeding a demon. Feeding it with people.
My child must eat, yes. He needs food to grow.
Cursed woman. I'll show you how to kill people.
Wait, let's question her first. Where did you get the changeling?
There's no changeling here. Only my girl, my Lucaria.
Try to remember. We may be able to help you.
Lucaria, hush, my girl. They will leave soon, and soon you'll have a nap.
You won't learn anything from her.
It's so unlikely we'd find the girl. Who knows how long it took for it to grow that much? Who knows how much dreadful food? I don't even want to think about it. Step aside. We'll banish this demon.
Banish yourself, you filth. Leave me and my Lucaria alone. Be gone. Be gone.
We can't leave this chort alone. The next thing you know, he'll feast on Sloboda and Pantina.
That won't happen. We'll burn it. I have to do it. For Trefim's sake.
Kind of sad that, Trofima had, was basically sacrificed for his demon food.
Shoo!
Be gone. Be gone.
There's no talking to her. Her mind is gone.
Here is what I think. She's as guilty for my friend's death as the demon. Who knows how many more died because of her? She has to pay for her evil deeds.
We can't do that. We're not executioners.
You're right, Vasilisa. You saved me from this sin.
Look like it's going to be
A sudden
any
jerk,
good for
and
us.
the holy fool is consumed by flames. Nikolai tries in vain to pull the unfortunate woman out of the fiery trap. In several moments, she has passed to the other world, following her beloved changeling.
Doesn't really matter in the end. We did prevent Nikolai from committing murder, basically.
What a night. I'm glad that chort is finished, but I'm still scared. How many horrible chorts like that is there in our Huyest?
It's not the last of them, that's for sure. That's the very reason Khaldoons are needed. To help the regular folk, and save them from evil spirits.
Oh, I need to catch my breath. But Trefim. Vasa, did we at least help the right village?
There's no doubt about it, Kola.
Thank you, Vasilisa. If you need anything, you can always count on me. Don't doubt it.
Interesting.
Thank you, Vasa, for not letting down.
Another visitor.
Oh, Yegor, thank God I caught you.
I am not in charge around here anymore. Vasilisa is the one you're looking for.
What kind of life is it here? 1 minute it's hunger, another war. Oh well, at least my cow is still healthy. What was I saying? Some time ago, I was walking along the Bonevsk road late at night. There, on the other shore, a frightful place, I tell you. Then, all of a sudden, something clattered and shot past me. Like a whirlwind, I tell you. God help me, I made it home.
All right. I'll go check if there are any demons there.
I'm not worried about that. Put a Zagavar on me, will you?
Pooty, don't you know there's nothing better than the sign of the cross?
All right. I'll whisper something. What with you coming all this way and all?
Oh, thank you, kind girl.
Galbetz and his boss Cellar. Old Igor says that's where the Domovoy lives. I've never met one, but I once saw a black figure standing still in the corner of the house.
Let's do some battles.
Near a small forest creek, you find a grassy meadow. Among other vegetation, you see one beautiful flower. It's blood red and bright even in the moonlight. You come closer and tie its stem with a silver thread. With a swift pull, you now have a new, valuable herb, Adam's Head. You take the herb and get ready to go on your way.
Forest near Orlov Gudya, which shares its namesake. Here you can find useful herbs. Useful for which, anyway? I won't say no to more herbs.
While passing a small birch grove, you notice the golden flowers of the Tirlich herb. The ground is covered with its flowers, as if it were a golden carpet. You hold your breath and bow 6 times. When you rise from the final bow, you see that only one flower remains. Where the others have gone is a mystery. You carefully cut down the Tirlich herb and take it with you.
Interesting.
You take the herb and get ready to go on your way.
So it helps with, it's like it helps her speak better, I suppose. Ooh, pardon me. Rusalka backwater.
You notice deep, humanoid tracks. It's unclear whether they were left during rain or if someone heavy walked here recently. Still, you feel some uneasiness when you get closer. You come closer and study the tracks. It is obvious now why you had an uneasy feeling looking at them from afar. Each track is glowing with a dull, blue sorcerer's light that only witches can see. People like you. A Khaldun put one of his demons in the tracks so that they would curse passers-by. You finish reading the Zagavar, and demons, expelled from the tracks, disappear into the sky with heart-rending screams. You feel the power of the Black Book increase.
Interesting. The crossroads.
It's lonely and scary on the road at night. Around you is an unfriendly silence, broken only by the sound of your footsteps. The old graves at the crossroads have no offerings.
And I wouldn't take them if they did.
You hear the sound of wheels tearing through the silence of the sleeping road like a knife. Ahead, you see the silhouette of a wagon moving in your direction. The cart is filled with freshly cut ears of grain. You shout your greetings, and the wagon stops nearby. The driver looks at you with cold, staring eyes.
I wish you a good harvest.
We thank you kindly.
Where are you taking this bread?
Not very far, you might say. You'll be there soon enough.
Good heavens. Where's that place then?
You just had to mention God, didn't you? Now we'll have to kill you.
In the blink of an eye, the cart is transformed. The drivers turn into demons. The horses turn into harnessed sinners. Instead of bread, you see dead bodies. It looks like you've stumbled upon a cart in which demons carry sinners to hell.
Time to fight. At least this one I don't have to carefully plan out everything. It just like it fell over.
The cart, along with the sinners, disappears into black flame. You don't know whether this fight helped the souls escape their captors.
Road again.
Amidst the branches, you notice a glint of the demon's eyes. It seems that the Chorts are waiting to ambush some unwitting passerby. You draw a circle and aim your Zagavar at the demons.
Spirits. Pushka Serafimushka? Pushka Mandalina. Merchants.
A motley swarm of peddlers has created a small fair by the village. Some traders have stayed rather late. You might get lucky and find something useful among their varied goods.
Merchant.
Wisdom will enter your heart and be good for your soul.
Ones that I already have.
What? Want some panics? I've sold everything already. Oh, you want some herbs? Well, take a look then.
I'll take all of your Adam's head, thank you. Oh, wait, those are the ones on my defense, damage absorption, removes a harmful status, enemy's defense.
Low prices, come and see for yourself. Buy some herbs and other goods I've brought for you from the woods.
Do you have knife? Does 1 damage to all enemies. Pardon me. Prayer book increases bless. Enemy's attacks deal less damage. Eloquence. Gain vampirism on battle start. Strengthens waste. I don't think I need anything. I just kind of realized how late it was, so I'm afraid I'm going to have to stop here for tonight. Save. And we'll come back to that next Thursday. Wrong ending card. There we go. There we go. Alright, everyone. Well, thank you for joining me. I'm glad that we could have another night together. I will hopefully see you guys on Tuesday. And I hope you have a good night.